this video of Rachel Zegler alone in a theater watching herself.
Never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I had.
It is the real beginning of my life as a young lady of America. Of America.
One of the most unlikable humans
That
ever.
is sadder than when the original Snow White eats the apple.
So here's the thing. Rachel Zegler's West End debut in Evita was supposed to be her big comeback moment, you guys. After the absolute disaster that was Snow White, this was meant to show Hollywood that she still had star power. But according to multiple reports, it's already looking like another humiliating failure. Let's talk about what's happening right now at the London Palladium, because this is absolutely devastating. Rachel Zegler, 24, is currently starring as Eva Peron in the revival of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Evita, and the ticket sales are reportedly catastrophic.
I took a pause and realized what I was auditioning for, and then it became like, I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part.
According to a Daily Mail report from April, just 2 months before opening, the ticketing website showed massive availability across June, July, August, and September. We're talking about a 2,286-seat venue that should be selling out for a major star. But instead there were rows of seats remaining unsold, with tickets starting at just £29. That's not expensive for West End standards, you guys. But here's what's really shocking. Cosmic Book News reported that similar to Snow White, nobody is buying tickets, and described the situation as empty seats everywhere.
Every time I see this video, I just keep reminding myself that she is an actress. You can tell that she's acting. Check this out.
And other people think I'm doing gracefully, and I don't think I'm doing it at all. So when I tell you that it's hard, I just mean to be inside my brain. That's hard.
It's so hard for me to go out there and be an actress and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Rachel Zegler should probably come out and just throw all of the seven magical creatures under the bus and turn everybody's gaze to them so that way she stops taking so much heat.
One glance at the ticketing website revealed just how few seats had sold for the ambitious production opening in just 2 months. The show will officially open on July 1st after previews began June 14th, but the damage was already done. Industry insiders are calling this a humiliating failure that proves Rachel Zegler's toxic brand is affecting every project she touches. What you might not know is that nearly $4 million in tickets had been sold before her casting was announced, suggesting the Evita brand itself was strong, until her name got attached.
Due to these statements, Zegler has been labeled a PR nightmare.
What is it like for you now, having all of this? I think it's a lot of pressure, right?
It's definitely a lot of pressure, but I surround very good people who keep me grounded and try to just stay as true to myself as I possibly can.
The London Palladium even tried offering 5,000 tickets at just £25 for under 30s, key workers, and benefit recipients. When a major West End production has to practically give away thousands of tickets, that's desperation. This isn't just about one show struggling, this is about a devastating pattern that's destroying Rachel Zegler's career in real time. A Page 6 insider revealed the brutal truth about how Disney executives view her. Disney's lead actress is out of control. They don't know what to do.
When I say that this has been the biggest adjustment of my life, like understanding the way my life operates now, being who I am, and the things that I've been so fortunate to make, it comes with so much ground that I never thought I would be able to cover.
But it gets worse. Another industry source was even more devastating. She is too dangerous to touch. She doesn't know when to shut up. After this and what happened to other projects, studios are going to be a lot more careful hiring lead actresses. Film studies professor Michael Stinson told reporters, "Right now she's a lightning rod in Hollywood. I haven't seen the film yet, but what I do believe is that people are always looking for something to complain about, and right now she's what people are complaining about." The numbers prove the toxic brand problem is real.
This is just a huge attempt by her PR team to make her seem like she's apologetic for the things that she's said about Snow White and the things that she's said about the upcoming film coming out. Don't believe it.
Snow White bombed spectacularly with just $43 million domestic against a $270 million budget. Now Evita is struggling to fill a theater in London. This isn't coincidence. This is what happens when audiences actively reject an actress. Entertainment analyst Jeff Bach from Exhibitor Relations summed it up perfectly. They say all press is good press, but in Snow White's case, they were unabashedly wrong. Too much negative controversy surrounded this film for years.
There was an in-depth piece, like a behind-the-scenes piece, talking about how they've been in a full meltdown about this girl for a couple of years now.
Industry insiders are comparing her to actresses who've been effectively blacklisted. Will she face the same fate as Melissa Barrera, fired from Scream 7 after pro-Palestine statements? The most devastating part? She's only 24 years old. Let's go back to where this nightmare began. In a 2022 interview with Extra TV at Disney's D23 Expo, Rachel Zegler made comments that would haunt her career forever. She called the original 1937 Snow White weird, and said there was a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. She admitted she'd only watched the original once and that it scared her as a child.
I've been told by a number of different people that this human being might be the worst or best, from some perspective, at breaking on set.
Yes. So he's a liar.
She was enjoying herself. That's okay.
And it was only with Jack Dylan Grazer. That was the only time I ever broke. No one else ever broke me, I don't think.
But here's the bombshell that really set Disney fans off. She basically said they removed the love story entirely. "We didn't do that this time," she said dismissively about the prince's role. "We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because we cast a guy in the movie." Disney fans felt like she was mocking their childhood memories. Entertainment Weekly reported that she came across as abrasive and disrespectful to many viewers. This wasn't just offering a different interpretation. Fans felt like she was attacking what they loved.
Yeah, well, we're busy, of course. Evita opens at the Palladium this summer, so we're collaborating with Jamie Lloyd again following Sunset Boulevard. Well, Rachel was desperate to play Eva Perón. You know, it was her.
One viral comment captured the outrage perfectly. Why would you take a role in a movie you clearly hate? The sentiment spread like wildfire across social media. The son of the original director reportedly told The Telegraph that his father and Walt Disney would be turning in their graves. A top Hollywood agent told Variety, "The first time she shoots her mouth off, you nip it in the bud." Instead, the studio said nothing, and purists began to revolt. That was Disney's first critical mistake. What happened next at Disney was explosive. According to Variety's bombshell March 2025 report, Disney executives were shocked and didn't know how to handle their own star. Here's the most devastating revelation. Disney hired a social media guru specifically to vet Rachel Zegler's posts before the film's release. Think about that, you guys. A major studio had to hire someone whose only job was stopping their lead actress from destroying her own movie on Twitter. The drama with co-star Gal Gadot was even worse. After Rachel's controversial posts, death threats towards Zegler's co-star Gal Gadot, who is Israeli, spiked, and Disney had to pay for additional security for the mother of 4. The tension became so obvious that Disney had to restructure their entire promotional campaign. At the March 15 premiere, the two stars were mostly kept apart, and inside the El Capitan Theater, Zegler sat 2 rows ahead of Gadot and her family. One insider revealed she didn't understand the repercussions of her actions as far as what that meant for the film, for Gal, for anyone. Disney's desperation became evident when reports emerged of canceled appearances on Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and The Drew Barrymore Show. They were literally hiding their own star from the media. But one tweet became the final nail in the coffin. On August 12, 2024, Rachel posted celebrating Snow White's trailer getting 120 million views. 1 minute later, she added, "And always remember, free Palestine." That tweet got 8.8 million views, nearly 4 times more than her Snow White promotion post. The irony was devastating. Her political statement was getting more attention than the movie she was supposed to be promoting. Disney executives were reportedly shocked that their Snow White star would commingle the promotion of its $270 million tentpole with any kind of political statement. Producer Mark Platt actually flew to New York to meet with Rachel personally and demand she remove the tweet. But she refused. The meeting was described as an embarrassing failure for Disney. 3 months later, after Trump's election victory, she posted even more controversial content. F Donald Trump and May Trump supporters never know peace. conservative voices launched boycott campaigns. The film was eventually banned in Lebanon and pulled from theaters in Kuwait. Industry sources estimate her post cost Disney over $100 million in potential box office revenue. One executive was quoted saying, "She was signaling to half the potential audience of an already troubled film to stay home." When Snow White hit theaters in March 2025, the numbers were absolutely brutal. Just $43 million domestic opening weekend for a $270 million Disney tentpole. That's not disappointing, it's catastrophic. This was supposed to be guaranteed money. Snow White built Disney's empire, their first animated classic from 1937. If you can't make money with Snow White, something is fundamentally wrong. Box office analyst Jeff Bach didn't hold back. Too much negative controversy surrounded this film for years, and it didn't help that the reviews were subpar, likely rendering this latest live-action adventure to Disney Plus for many potential ticket buyers. The international situation was worse. Arab organizations launched coordinated campaigns against the film, targeting both Rachel's pro-Palestine stance and Gal Gadot's Israeli background. The political controversy had turned a family film into a geopolitical battlefield. Over 91% of IMDb reviews were one-star ratings, forcing the site to flag the film for unusual activity due to suspected review bombing. Disney rushed the film to Disney Plus after just 82 days, one of their fastest theater-to-streaming transitions ever. Industry insiders now compare Snow White to other notorious Hollywood bombs. One source told reporters, "This will be studied in business schools as an example of how not to handle a major franchise." So here's the devastating question everyone in Hollywood is asking. Is Rachel Zegler's A-list career finished at just 24 years old? The evidence is shocking. According to multiple industry sources, Rachel Zegler currently has no upcoming film or television projects listed on her IMDb page. For an actress once considered the next big thing, that's terrifying. One industry insider was brutally honest. After this and what happened to other outspoken actresses, studios are going to be a lot more careful hiring lead actresses. She's proven she can't be controlled, and that makes her too risky for major investments. She's been forced to retreat to the stage, far from the Hollywood spotlight that once seemed inevitable. The West End is prestigious, but it's where careers hide when movies won't touch you anymore. Entertainment journalists are comparing her trajectory to other blacklisted actresses. Israel Hayom asked directly, "Will Zegler face a fate similar to colleagues like Melissa Barrera, fired from Scream 7 after expressing support for Palestinians?" She did land one post-Snow White role in She Gets It From Me with Marisa Tomei. But notice, it's an indie comedy drama, not a studio tentpole. That's what actors take when rebuilding careers, not at fame's height. Some think she's young enough to recover if she stays quiet and focuses on work. Others believe the damage is permanent. As one Hollywood veteran put it, "Once audiences turn on you this completely, it's almost impossible to win them back." But here's what's tragic. Rachel Zegler has undeniable talent. She beat 30,000 hopefuls for West Side Story and won a Golden Globe at 20. The question isn't whether she's talented, it's whether Hollywood will ever trust her again. So there you have it. Rachel Zegler's comeback attempt has become another devastating chapter in what might be Hollywood's most brutal career implosion. But this isn't over yet. Stranger things have happened in Hollywood. So, what do you think? Is Rachel Zegler's career finished, or is she being unfairly targeted? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this breakdown helped you understand Rachel Zegler's controversies, hit that like button and subscribe for more celebrity drama breakdowns. Click that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.